Hi, my name is Candy. I have Tourette syndrome, and I wanted to talk about pronouns more, specifically on how to mix them in one sentence. These examples, I'm going to be using they, them, and pup, self.
What?
First, I'm going to say a sentence with just they, them, and then I'm going to say the same sentence with pup, self. They wanted their cat with them so they can comfort themselves. Pup wanted pup cat with pup to comfort pup self. Now I'm going to say that same sentence, but with the pronoun switching. They wanted pup cat with them to comfort pup self. Or alternatively, you could say pup wanted their cat with pup to comfort themselves. I know it can take time to understand how to use them, but for people who use neopronouns, it really makes us happy when you use them.
But it doesn't make any sense, okay? It's f***ing stupid.
Now, I'm not here to police anybody's medical diagnoses, but we saw a clip of that young lady we just heard from at the beginning of the last video, and she didn't have a single tick. So, unless she suffers from a rapid onset Tourette syndrome, I'm going to assume she's faking it. Anyway, welcome back. Thank you guys so much for joining me. So I have a fairly quick and very crazy Clown World update for you guys today, and as usual, we have very little time to waste, so let's get into it. Now, if you place your attention on the screen for a moment. So this egg-shaped fella, who is a biological man that identifies as a trans woman, figured since it's summertime he would go shopping for a new bikini, and I figured since I had to see this, so do you. You're welcome.
You think this is funny? No, I think it's disgusting.
Hey guys, before we go any further, I just wanted to let you know that I started a Give, Send, Go page a few weeks ago to try to fight back against all this YouTube censorship and suppression in hopes of keeping this channel alive. So if you're interested in helping me fight that fight, I will put a link in the pinned comments below. Now, we're going to keep it moving with this clip of this Democrat who decided to get a speaker and blast the sound of an air raid siren to wake up his Trump-supporting neighbors. Roll it.
Hey everyone, so it is Sunday morning and I am going to play a nice song for all my Trump supporter neighbors. I'm going to wake them up and it's really good. I got a loudspeaker and I'm going to blast it. And what I'm going to do is wake them up. And I'm the only Democrat on the street. So here we go. It is an air raid siren sound and I got a huge speaker.
He's an asshole.
Now that clip went on for about another minute of that Democrat fella just blaring that air raid siren sound at his neighbors simply because they voted for a candidate that he didn't like. Now if I lived in that neighborhood, it would be game on, and I promise you he'd be moving out within 4 to 6 months. Anyway, next up we have this lovely lady who went to one of those No Kings protests, stood out in the street, and shockingly got hit by a car. Now, this story does have a happy ending. The police gave her a citation for blocking traffic. Roll it.
Hi, my name is Jennifer, and on Saturday after leaving the No Kings protest, I was struck and injured by a motor vehicle while leaving the protest. The cops here in Catskill, New York, took several days to get an accident report together, and they would not give me any information. They never interviewed me after the accident. I've been asking for information for days because I've been very traumatized by this event. And now, in order to re-traumatize me, the cops here in Catskill are telling me that it's my fault that I put my human body in the street to be hit by a motor vehicle. The people in the motor vehicle actually got out and started screaming in my face after they had struck me. I spent the rest of the day in the hospital having x-rays and MRIs, CAT scans on my pelvis and on my head. And they never came to check on me. They never came to ask me any questions. They never did anything. And now they're giving me a citation for being in the road. So, honestly, I think that's a bunch of crap, and I'm very, very upset.
Oh well, too bad for you.
And next up, we have this young fellow who is going to show us what would happen if we got into another one of these useless, endless wars in the Middle East on behalf of our greatest ally. Roll it.
I can't put this helmet on, it's gonna mess up my hair. I ran. I can barely walk. Okay, but like, where do we plug in our chargers? My phone's on 3%, and I literally can't fight like this. What do you mean this tank doesn't have Bluetooth? Whatever, just pass the aux cord. I literally have anxiety. You can't scream at me like that. So I don't get weekends off? I didn't realize this whole war thing was like full time. I have therapy and a facial appointment on Saturday. Alexa, tell Iran to stop.
Okay, Iran, stop.
Yeah, no, I'm fine. I can talk. Yeah, this place doesn't even have a Starbucks. Hey, everyone, I'm live here in the trenches. The vibes are, like, way off. If I don't make it out, just tell everyone I was kind of iconic.
We are so f***ed.
Now, you may recall seeing a clip of this young lady in a video I played a few months ago shitting all over white people and whiteness. Well, she's still at it. Roll it.
White people can't please a woman. Not because they won't, but because structurally, they can't. Colonialism doesn't make good lovers. Whiteness wasn't built for intimacy. It was built for land theft, Puritan shame, and body control. You think that makes good sex? Europe turned sex into a weapon, pleasure into power, touch into transaction, desire into domination. Stiff posture, lack of rhythm, flat hips, haunted stares, eye contact like it's a threat. No rhythm, 'cause the drum was banned, burned, and buried. Pleasure is ancestral. To please you must remember. Whiteness forgets. It amputates. It builds nations that can't even breathe with each other. The empire didn't fall in war. It fell in the bedroom. Because you can't conquer forever when you can't even make her come. We remember what they erased. Whiteness is not sexy. Cope.
The bitch is crazy.
Hey guys, real quick, before we go any further, I want to give a huge shout out to the sponsor of today's video. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to let this loop on the screen. Now, I'm not trying to be mean here to this young lady, but I have a serious question. How does she fit on a toilet? Anyway, today's video is being brought to us by the Etsy store Red Clover Fields. Now, many of you know that is my wife's Etsy store, and she's got some fantastic stuff on her website, stuff I use every day, and I swear by it. So if you're looking to take control of your health, maybe get away from some big pharma products and look into some more natural remedies, definitely go peruse her store. I will put a link to that in the description box below. And I want to give a big shout out to today's honorable mentions, Amanda Dahl and Christy Colonel, for each leaving a super thanks on the last video. So Amanda and Christy, thank you both so much. I really appreciate it. So once again, today's video sponsor is the Etsy store Red Clover Fields, with the honorable mentions going to Amanda Dahl and Christy Colonel. Now, if you'd like to sponsor the next video and help support the channel, there is a PayPal link in the description box below, and I will say your full name as a sponsor of said video unless stated otherwise by you. All right, I think we've all seen enough of this young lady for one day. Get this off the screen, please. Oof.
Holy cow.
Now, my one simple piece of advice would be, don't take medical advice from someone on TikTok who still wears a face mask. Now, I don't know how well you guys can see it, but up in the corner there, this person has listed the date, 6/20/2025, so just a few days ago, and of course their pronouns, they, them. Roll it.
The vaccine is not preventative. We do not have a preventative vaccine. And because y'all are not wearing a mask and stopping the spread, this virus is allowed to mutate unfucking checked. So the vaccines can't keep up with the variants. And now that we have brainworm guy in charge of the health in this fucking country, we're not even going to get an updated vaccine for it. Okay? The vaccine that we have does not prevent you from getting or spreading or being harmed by the virus. If y'all could please, learn things, it would be very productive to society. Okay?
Well, I'm gonna take this damn mask off.
And next up, we have this lovely lady who got a real good belly laugh out of something, but I'm still not quite for sure exactly what that something is. Roll it.
I abuse Kid Rock. That's funny. I just gotta laugh. You made my day. I abuse Kid Rock.
That's fucking disgusting. Oh, throw up.
So every now and again here on the channel, we see these extreme body modifications, or body mods, as the cool kids say, as far as tattoos and piercings and such. Now, this isn't very extreme. It's just fucking idiotic. This individual got a tattoo that says, "Everything happens for in reason." What?
You can't fix stupid.
All right, guys, we're going to be wrapping it up with yet another clip of the cackling hens on The View, and this time they're talking to everyone's favorite DEI, Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett. Now, listen to what Joy Behar says to Jasmine Crockett. She calls her a powerhouse. In my personal opinion, I think this lady is probably the single dumbest person ever elected to Congress. Anyway, things are clearly getting very crazy out there, guys, so please take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Till next time, love you guys. Peace. Roll it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Do you think that No Kings demonstration is going to do something?
I hope so. I think that it's good to be in community. Right now, a lot of people are like, what can I do? And I feel helpless and that kind of stuff. But literally to show up and to see that there's so many like-minded people, as soon as you get off of X, you can find, like-minded people, right? And so, seeing them in person and being in community and having the opportunity, it's astounding. It makes you say, you know what? I'm not crazy, okay?
Right.
And I'm not alone. Exactly.
Yeah. And Whoopi says that all the time. We're not alone, and that proves it.
It does. It really does.
Anyway, in recent months, Trump has called you, quote, a low IQ person and a low life. Do you take that as a sign that you're doing something right?
I hope he also calls her a lawyer. That's another thing that she is.
No, he did not. He did not.
He's good at projecting, is what I'll say to that. But, I can't imagine being the president of the United States with everything that's going on in the world and worried about a sophomore in the House.
Well, you're a powerhouse, darling. Don't minimize.
What did you say? What the did you just say?
Well, you're a powerhouse, darling.
You see that? That's a stupid bitch.
2, 10, 12, 15. Oops, stepping on it's black. Anyway.